Today we find ourselves out on Calaveras Canyon Road, and we're out on the 2013 Honda Goldwing. This is the F6B. I find this motorcycle to be absolutely gorgeous. I love the all blacked out look, how they've done the engine heads in black with a little bit of chrome that matches the exhaust pipe. I love the flat black centerpiece here. I love this cowling, the way that looks. A little sloped windscreen. Then this has the blacked out blinkers, which I think just adds to that look. There is a fork brace on here for a little bit more stable handling. It has a little bit more low slung seat, and it has a little backrest right back there. I love the way these bags look in the back, that it's just so sexy. This whole back section, just, I love it. Comes off here, and then there's this big sloped look on the back. Just awesome. Anyways, I love the way this thing looks. Kind of checked out all of them, and this one really just ticked all the boxes. So we're going to take this out for a ride, and I want to give you kind of my review and impressions of this bike because it's blown me away. We're out here on Calaveras Canyon Road, and we're going to go for a ride. Let's do that now. Alright guys, out on Calaveras Canyon Road, and Calaveras Canyon Road is going to start right at Highway 680 or out in San Jose. So we're taking it from the 680 side closer to Livermore, and we're going to end up in the San Jose area. It's a pretty little canyon out here just in the springtime, and this is the end of winter, and look how green everything is. It's amazing. Anyways, let's sit back and enjoy the ride. This side of the road is very smooth. You get into the other section, it's going to get quite a bit more bumpy. Gotta watch for falling rocks. The roadway is going to have quite a bit of debris on it today. Anxious for spring and summer to have some clear roads and nice weather. It's a beautiful canyon up in here to the left. Look at that. Is that Sonol State Park? Can't be. I don't know. Should have stopped and looked. This bike, you don't have to shift. It seems just like it has power everywhere. And it's taken me a while to get used to the fact that I don't have to shift. It's not an automatic, I'm not saying that, but it'll hold the gear forever. You can go really slow, and it's still got tons of torque. Just unbelievable. When I first got this, I was shifting around all the time, and it's like, that just seems unnecessary. It is. The nice thing about these bikes is how well it holds a line into a corner. You pick a line and it just stays there. Take a look. It's gorgeous. Now I gotta look back at the road. right, we've just passed into the Santa Clara County line, which means the road's going to get to be terrible. and it's true. It's a lot rougher on this side, a lot less maintained. Just got to be a bit more careful, that's all. Gorgeous scenery, look at that. Oh my gosh, just gorgeous. And I'll say this bike just handles beautifully. And an 800-pound motorcycle, how easily it turns in. It's that flat six, man. Just, it looks like the weight is right at about the same height as axles, so you just don't feel that weight in the transitions to the turns. Pretty awesome. I'd say the brakes are outstanding. The F6B does not have ABS, which is surprising. It also does not have cruise control, which I found surprising at first, but then realizing that these bikes have a hydraulic ram to run the cruise control, so there is a weight savings to not having that on the bike, and they wanted to save weight. So I get that. I may add it back. I'm going to try the throttle lock first, one of the Atlas type throttle locks, and see how, because I've never actually used one of those, and see if that's good, because I don't really like cruise control all the time. I just use it to rest my wrist, so I thought if that would work, I'd go with that. So we're going to try that on a long trip and see how that goes. If that's not good, I'm just going to go ahead and add the electronic cruise control, but for now we'll see how that goes. On some of the roads I was thinking about today, they've actually closed them, and two of them that are just epic rides are closed with no opening. It says closed indefinitely, which hopefully they find a definite time to open them back up, because that's a bummer. They're both really great roads. With that and having Highway 1 closed, it's kind of a bummer until spring gets here, because a lot of the lower elevation roads are getting limited because of the landslides. But once spring is here, we've got some epic rides for you guys. Highway 49 from start to finish is one of those rides. As soon as they do open up Highway 1, I'm going to do a start to finish on Highway 1, and that should be pretty epic. And I want to do a north to south on both those. Here we go, we're headed back into the hills now. I think I may take, there's another road up here that I think I'm going to go ahead and take just to make this last a little bit longer for us. Right out here, it's been nice. It's sunny and the weather's great. Look at that. You can see the valley opening up there, and this, taking this down to the right, which is to finish off Calaveras Canyon Road, that would take us back into town, and if I go left, it's going to take us up around the hills. So let's go left. I think that's what we want to do. None of this finishing it up right now. Look at that old barn. Whew. This bike has taught me a couple of things now. I take some time when I buy a bike, sort of go through some training exercises to try and get myself accustomed to that motorcycle. Parking lot maneuvers is one of them, and practicing U-turns and slow turns. How far over can I bring it before I hit pegs? You know, where's the limit of that lean angle? And what does it feel like when you get it over there? Another really, really important part, that beautiful view, one of the most important ones is how fast can you stop that motorcycle? Because if you don't know, and somebody pulls out in front of you, you're either going to pull on the brakes too hard and you're going to slide if you don't have ABS, which this does not, or you're going to misjudge and not pull on the brakes hard enough and you're going to hit them when you could have stopped. So it's really good to know just how hard can you hit those brakes, and then what happens when you hit the brakes in a corner. Does the bike stand up or does it stay in the corner? And that kind of depends on the steering geometry, but it's good to know on your bike. So I spend some time doing that, and I will say I did on this bike. It absolutely impressed me. My comment after doing my first session was, what's wrong with the laws of physics? There's a lie. It shouldn't be able to do what it does. It just blew me away. How sharp I can turn this thing around just utterly blew my mind. How easy it was to do that blew my mind. You question, should it do that, you might put your foot out. And that was another big learning thing. Don't put your foot out on this bike. There are bars to help if it falls over, and if your foot hits that, you could break your foot. True on any bike, you shouldn't be putting your foot out on the street like that. But I just clipped my foot and I went to the side to take a look at what would happen if my foot came completely off the peg, and I was like, oh, that wouldn't be good. Keep your feet in. Let the pegs hit, that's fine. And then I started doing U-turns with the pegs just scraping, and it's just, I couldn't believe it. You could do steering lock turns and the bike can turn around and just like 2 little parking spots. Unbelievable. Oh, look at that view. Whoa! I have to look at the road, but guys, look. Wow. What else blew me away? Well, this thing can stop a lot faster than I thought it could. And I know that actually does have to do with physics because it's got a lot of weight. So there's a lot more weight on the tires, and you can grab onto these brakes really hard, and before it starts to skid, starts to skid, this bike is stopping right now. I'm very impressed with the stopping distance on this bike. For 800 pounds, holy smokes, it really stops. Here's some moo cows for you. Moo. And we're coming down into the San Jose Valley, Silicon Valley really, but coming down into like the San Jose area. This road is so gorgeous. Look at this, just like driving down through swooping through the grassy hills. Oh, beautiful. If the rest of the ride wasn't worth it, I usually go the other way, so I don't get to see this. This is the first time I've come this way. Another thing about this bike is just how well balanced it is. I mean, on a rough road, and it just doesn't even feel like you have to hold on. You better, but that's amazing. So everything's really impressed me way more than I thought. I bought this bike as basic. I wanted a big touring bike that would offer great protection to myself and my wife, so we could do a bunch of 2-up touring and make her as comfortable as possible, so she wants to go, have some luggage space. And then I did not want the top case, which I normally get a top case, but I did not want the top case because I wanted to be able to bring a tent, like a larger tent with me, and strap it to the back. And with 2 people on it, if you've got a top case, there's nowhere to put that tent. So I've got plenty of waterproof bags I can stick on that little back rack. And I just love the looks of this too. It's just so gorgeous. Look at how steep this is. Drop off here. Wow. See, never see it coming this way. I was going the other way and just missed this whole view. I'm gonna say ride it this way, guys. Wow. I was questioning that. I was thinking, well, maybe I should go around, go that way. This way I normally go. But I'm normally coming from Mount Hamilton, and then I take this going back. That's, I'm gonna say, is a mistake. I'm gonna go this way now. Oh, of course I can't if I've done Mount Hamilton going the other way. All right, guys, that's it for me today.